Hello everyone, I am Nitin Cheke and today I will discuss about ICSR process and the different tabs used in the Argus database with the example. So there are mainly 5 to 6 steps involved in the ICSR case process. The first one is the case receipt, means from where the case is received. The case can be received from the various sources. There are two types of the reports, the solicited reports and unsolicited reports. The solicited reports are received from structured organized sources like the clinical trials, patient support program and disease management program and the patient survey. And the unsolicited reports are received from the random or spontaneous sources like the literature, internet, social media and articles. Then the second step is the triage. The triage, for the triage, the specific tab is used called as the triage tab. In triage tab, the validity of the case is checked. If the case contains the four criteria which are required to report the ADR, that four criteria are identifiable patient, identifiable reporter, suspected drug and at least one adverse event. If one of these criteria is missing, then the case is considered as invalid. Then duplicate search is also performed in the triage tab. If the case is reported by two reporter, then it is considered as a duplicate case, or if it reported by only one reporter, then it is considered as a non-duplicate case. Then seriousness of the case is also determined into the triage tab, whether the case is serious, non-serious or no case. Then third step is a data entry. In this stage, the data entry associate enters all the data into the Argus database. So there are different tabs used in the Argus database for information for filling the information of ICSR. So the first one is the general tab. In general tab, there is all general information about the patient, information about the drug, information about the reporter, and the follow-up case is also done into the general tab. Then there is a patient tab. The patient tab include all the information about the patient, that is the name of the patient, address, age, gender, weight and height of the patient. It also included the medical history of the patient, and the along with the medical history, the patient tab also contain the information about the pregnancy and the lab test that were performed by the patients. Then there is a product tab. The product tab contain all the information about the drug, that is the suspected drug, concomitant drug, past drug, the dose of the drug, dosage form and the route of the administration of the drug. All this information is included into the patient tab, into the product tab. Then there is a event tab. For this event tab, the MEDRA dictionary is used for reporting the adverse event, and it also included whether the this case is this event is a serious or non-serious, then the date of onset of the event and the date of the stop of the event. Then there is a analysis tab. Analysis tab, in analysis tab, the whole case is analyzed, that is the whole summary of the case is included into the analysis tab. The analysis tab also include the summary of the narrative writing, and they check whether all the narrative writing and all the possible events included in the narrative writing are coded as per the MEDRA dictionary and WHO dictionary. Then there is a activity tab. In activity tab, all the different tabs are reviewed in the activity tab, and if they want to make any changes into the report, then that changes are made into the activity tab. Then there is a after the activity tab, there is a additional information tab. If any additional information is need to be added, then that information is added into the additional information tab, and the source document is also attached along with the day 0 and initial receipt date into the additional information tab. Then there is a Regulatory submission tab. In this tab, the various nullified reports are generated after the submission of the report. Now we will take one example. Suppose there is a patient who is suffering from a skin rashes because he take the paracetamol, and his previous medical history included the diabetes, and for diabetes he was taking the metformin. So this report is considered as a solicited report because it was reported by the 24-year-old male patient David Hussey. So in general tab, it will include all the general information of the patient, that is the patient name, address, age, gender, sex, height and weight of the patient, and it also includes the general information of the drug, that is the dose of the drug, route of the administration, dosage form, etc. And it also contains the information about the reporter. Then there is a inpatient tab. We include the initials of the patient name. The patient name is the David Hussey, then initials should be DH. Then the age of the patient is 24-year-old, the weight is 56 kg and height is the 5.6 inch. Then the patient medical history included the diabetes, and the concomitant medicine was unknown, and the past drug was a metformin, and the suspected drug is the paracetamol, as paracetamol produces the rashes into the patient. Then there is a event tab. The event tab included the information about the event. The event is the skin rashes, and the event was occurs on a date 15th of January 2022, and the event was stopped on the 17th of January 2002. The patient does not take any treatment for the rashes, but he stopped the drug, hence it will be considered as a positive D-challenge. Then there is a after the event tab, there is a analysis tab. In analysis tab, the whole summary of the case is analyzed, and the whole case is narrate into the coding as per the METRA and WHO drug dictionary. So in the narrative writing we can include that is this solicited report is received from the 24-year-old male patient David Hussey, reported on itself from Australia. The patient medical history included the diabetes, and the past drug was a metformin. On 14th of December 2020, the patient was administered with 120 mg oral dose of a paracetamol for the fever, and the drug was manufactured by Novartis Pharmaceutical on 21st December of 2020, and the expiry date of the drug was the 21st December of 2022. On 14th of January 2022 and 15th of January 2022, the patient has experienced the skin rashes. For that purpose, he takes the paracetamol. He does not take any treatment for the rashes, and the lab tests were found to be a normal. This case was assessed as a non-serious, and the causality was reported as a possible. So this was the narrative writing of this case. Then there is a activity tab. In activity tab, we generally review all the tabs and make some changes into the reports if required, but here there is no information is missing, and there is no need to add the extra information. Then there is an additional information tab. In additional information tab, we generally add the additional information if necessary, but here is no need of adding the additional information, so we does not add any information. Then there is a regulatory submission tab. In regulatory submission tab, the various nullified reports are generated after the submission of the report. So in this way we study the ICSR case process, the different tabs used in the Argus database, and we take one example to describe these steps and case. Thank you.